I'm exhausted. Could this be the effect? The memories I thought were gone. There's more.
Are you listening? Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaga's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace, as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
Oh my god, how did you...
A bus can enter at once. It's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
Does that mean those people can obtain personas? That's actually terrifying. You know, I really hope that's something they actually explore in the next game. I really want them to. Imagine. We don't fight shadows. We fight other persona users.
That'd be crazy.
People that should not have them in the first place.
Oh, you'll love 3 then.
No, Akechi is merely a tool.
Oh.
Something like that.
His orders come from elsewhere.
I'm sure, but it's mostly... I'm sure the number is quite small.
Mastermind?
Inside of a police station.
The Darkened?
We will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what needs to we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it! We don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him. Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... We can use the palace to our advantage! What's this all of a sudden? There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it! It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
That is such a big gamble, and the fact that they pulled it off.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves
So,
have fallen silent.
while we were inside the real interrogation room, Akechi was accidentally still in the palace.
Remember when Sai showed him the phone and the little purple thing happened?
I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
She made Akechi go into the palace
Tell them to come on down.
through the nav.
Alright, they're about to explain everything.
You are her sister, correct? Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan. I'm sorry.
And looks like our part was changed without stealing the treasure.
It's ancient history now.
But where is the treasure though? I want the treasure.
Makoto said it was probably a police book. I'm alive!
Hey, you big bastard!
How have you been?
I mean,
I died.
ghostly.
You're not floating. It truly is a relief to see her.
Makoto's not scared of ghosts.
That's so funny. Shadows are technically ghosts.
Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell...
We wanted to make
All
the
right.
believe the leader of the
Boredom
Phantom
time.
Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you
Gear?
talking about?
Oh yeah, so she doesn't really know the full context behind it.
Set us up.
They're about to dump the full context.
True culprits. I see.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
He must have messed up.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Pancakes!
That Akechi was the real culprit? That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investor. True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom. In other words, you left him alone on purpose.
I can't keep up with any of this stuff. Wait, so
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
you mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry.
Oh, our apologies. You surprised? Does that mean he said something just now as well? But you don't understand him, do you? When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, it's a change in cognition. Most likely. Thanks to Akechi's lame acting.
When we talk to Akechi at school,
That's so funny because On tries to act and then she's just terrible. We just point out how terrible it is.
Oh,
we picked about it way earlier.
is there a play the line?
I know a place. I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way
They're gonna
here.
bring it up with mementos.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes. Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake.
Oh, we can't play it.
Oh no, come on, man!
I've already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us. It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
We got lucky.
That said, we weren't so naive. That's why we asked Metallicon to wiretap his phone. I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but my heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even an ace detective could never have imagined
Ace
Robotama's quirky nature
detective?
proved to be a great help.
That was just an act. After a few days of listening, this...
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about
See, it was all his imagination.
questioning will occur on the first day.
But wouldn't he know that he was in the
My
metaverse?
task will be simple.
And how would he have exited?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours.
Technically, the palace is already falling apart.
Hmm.
Only the mementos version of the building would be left.
Well then,
They weren't in, actually no, they weren't in the palace.
day after the arrest,
They were in the mementos version of the building.
dangerous criminal responsible for the
So literally, this happened in mementos.
end his
Maybe they'll explain it.
When he does, you will become a great hero who saved.
I knew he was acting strangely. He's no ace detective.
Ace
On
defective.
top of that, someone with great authority. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader.
So it wasn't her palace.
Think he killed him.
Oh, wow.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? We're sorry for using you without your permission. What conditions? First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
Oh, because the project only stretches so far.
Based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand.
Great idea.
Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our...
Makoto is normally so calm as well.
I did have a bit of a rivalry for Akechi, but I just couldn't
Ha! You have no idea about us then.
You're my rival.
To be perfectly honest,
After all,
I hate you.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
that goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the
Mako-chan.
interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location,
I'm sorry. There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metal. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room.
Ah.
Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world. Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing. There was also one more thing. Perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual...
after that, we just had to work our way into the palace like you...
So we got caught and they just took us into the basement.
Everything went as planned, however. It was then that we, as a result, even though we...
They couldn't take the treasure out.
That was, we had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand. And really, this was because we knew the police would be coming for us. We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait. Him getting captured by the police,
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi?
all I needed were the coordinates.
It seems she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it would drag the conversation on too long.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Sure he was.
So that's why you...
He was just knocked out.
I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity.
I'm just glad I didn't die.
This is going to die.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages. So in other words, I'd been to the metaverse.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we needed you to listen to Alibaba. To see if the guard...
Okay, but how did Akechi leave the metaverse?
By having you head back to the interrogation room. I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Astounding.
So they were both in the room at the same time.
idea that such a grand
Oh, yeah.
operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation.
And they were pulled out.
Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part. Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible.
So Futaba should...
Our daddy is still revealed though.
Yeah. Well, the world thinks we're dead.
It was
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me.
Was.
I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
tell you the true culprit's plan. I knew you'd realize that our leader was telling the truth.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit.
Yes. Plus, This is stunning.
I've kind of figured out, but what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it. They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene, just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Man.
Murdering a police station.
I mean, they killed your waifu
We also
Wakaba
know of a possible conspirator. Thanks to
without even having laying a finger on her.
I eventually
Wow.
came to understand. And since the higher-ups of the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on...
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that,
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, callous use of violence, if he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sisavine the truth.
It was close.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though. We made sure to live normal lives while he was being... Even with that, I couldn't help but worry...
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be
Can it, cat?
patient and avoid this place until things settled down.
We haven't gone to the bottom of mementos yet. Shut up.
I'll just do that off camera because it's going to take
It
forever.
was difficult to not worry.
Please,
Yeah.
and get as much money as you can.
Now,
Now that I
I
think
will.
about it, my
Okay, try to make a
justify
try to get a Priscilla with a lot of luck and use Dizzy to get us a lot of money, please.
I'll probably get a lot of money. Well, I'll be gathering junk there anyway, so wouldn't we get cash?
From here
Well, yeah,
forward, I will
but
do my
Persona-
utmost to assist you. You saved me.
Try to get also like a bunch of personas as well
That's reassuring to hear.
to fill up the
I can to help too.
They're helping.
Let's take a break for now. This old brain is pooped.
Pooped.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk. You'll need
Our new hideout is now on the first floor.
Say the word and I'll close shop early.
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for you.
Thank you,
Let
Suki
us
Bro.
accept his offer.
They made I remember they think earlier when we were doing his conference they said he secretly has money from his time working in the government. He would not be letting us do this if that was the case.
Foot sock. That sounds familiar.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing more importantly.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence, whose loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Ooh.
December 18th.
Elections, huh?
For the 23rd, who are the candidates, huh?
It's not like we can vote in
Who do we help
Why don't we resume our conversation?
this whole time to improve our charm?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are
Rigby.
back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the...
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido. He is unmistakably a man of power. If he... Shido? The Masayoshi Shido?
I believe he's a politician.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition.
What do you
to
mean
his
the
honest
main bad
public
guy
image.
is someone running in an
So
election for
his
public
current
office?
popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
She. What is that?
I had a feeling I was wrapped up in this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her mental the moment Wakaba died. But there wasn't
He
anything
was
I could
responsible.
do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him.
What's going on?
Probably remembered him when he had hair.
Shido becomes Prime Minister. What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
Gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Gotta hit! Well, duh. Not a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go... I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where?
His palace must be somewhere that politicians...
The Diet Building.
Get it found.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna...
A little bit catchy though.
We don't need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together. Time for revenge.
So next month on the 18th is the deadline.
Now is to figure
Yep.
out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap...
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
Reminds me, what are you gonna do about school?
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're lying.
No school for a month.
It'd be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operator, Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves, and he has ruined countless lives. And even a mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal. We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact... Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why we need to
We're intellectuals, you know. We're intellectuals, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure are, Ryuji. The first exams, you're on the fucking bottom. I was with you.
has only had just begun. We won the
I got all the answers right, but I only got to the like middle.
Yeah, you need a certain amount of knowledge to actually store high up.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no
Very
way to
interesting.
human conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for it.
I need to. I already got max knowledge that I need to do Makoto, and that's it. There was 3. I just need to get I need to get 4 charm, and then max kindness to do Sojiro, and max guts.
Could rise up against bureaucracy because of that. Those who wanted to preemptively
They met 2.5 years ago,
for the ruse scheme to crest decrepit fools.
around the same time that Futawa's mother
Oh,
died.
that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in.
That was 2 years prior, I remembered.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal. Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart would trigger a summon when someone like that said he'd support me? It's because I sympathized with your... I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of... Well, my faith in you was may only need you using that power. Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. Any suspicions should be snubbed out after all. We had an active public prosecutor's office director. Astounding, isn't it? To think that he was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so... This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
What do you mean that these similarities between this game and the real world is coincidental?
Old men, oh yeah.
We do need the underworld leaders, though.
I must agree. There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent
What do you-
leaders. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated.
I think this game is getting too real.
That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Too for real?
Is it the Mario movie on Blu-ray?
That is the
There were
Mario
continuous
movie on
deaths
Blu-ray.
and scandals with your political rivals.
I just bought a copy of the Age of Transformers 4 Blu-ray, but it's the 3D one that has the IMAX ratio.
And thus, the charismatic Ace
I need to get my hands on the Blu-ray for on the IMAX Blu-ray for Transformers 2.
untarnished, and I monopolize public
I think there's also an IMAX version for The Dark Knight.
public sentiment.
Actually, wait, no. I think it's already Blu-ray. It's already IMAX.
The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket. When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome. And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was... When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man. Your popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But after that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals.
And how he still joins us after this? The kid, I have no idea.
Parties have begun splitting up, and it is all just as planned. The time has finally come. Just one more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others. In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world. The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That. Your assistance has been very influential when I become Prime Minister. With this most recent case, my name has become known. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against the mob. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself. I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauchery. I am thinking about the future, though. Well, how do I put this?
Alright.
Well then.
Whoa! This is different now.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably split this up into 2, so see you